Welcome to Fair Game. I'm Kristine Leahy. Fresh off last night's Super Bowl, we're keeping it going. His catch in Super Bowl 42 helped secure the New York Giants their 4th Lombardi trophy and stop the New England Patriots from having a perfect season. Former Steelers, Jets, and Giants wide receiver Plaxico Burress is here. Plaxico, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, thank you. How's everything?
So, it's good. How's everything with you?
Beautiful, beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So, the day after the Super Bowl, I feel like that should really be a national holiday, right? Like, everyone should have the day off.
Totally.
So thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you.
Also, does it get nostalgic for you? Do you wind up thinking about your time in the Super Bowl? Is there a moment that comes up for you?
Especially around this time of the year, I believe, it's just a special time, especially, being able to fulfill a childhood dream of playing in the Super Bowl and experiencing the whole week of it, what it's all about, and finally, getting to the pinnacle of your profession. I mean, this is an unbelievable feeling. You really have to embrace it because you never know if you're going to be able to get back again.
There's a lot of debate about the quarterback class of 2004 between Ben Roethlisberger and Eli Manning. Well, you're the best person to ask that question, aren't you?
Right.
And what's your answer?
Phillip Rivers.
Okay. Okay. Gonna throw a curveball.
Yeah,
Explain.
Oh man, I mean, how sweet would it have been to play with all three?
That would have been pretty cool. You'd be a lucky guy.
I mean, look at those 3 quarterbacks. So look at their careers. I would have loved to see Phillip, get to a Super Bowl because I'm a big fan of him. Mm-hmm. The way he goes out and competes. I would have loved to see him get there because he deserves it. But Eli and Ben. I'm really close to Ben. We talk all the time and we text back and forth. Eli and myself. I see him at the facility. Time and time again. And, we still crack jokes. We're still pretty, cool and speak and different things like that. But they're both, I can't say that one's better than the other. I've never been able to say that because, they've been such, special people in my life, in my career.
They're different, too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. They're totally different personality-wise. So
you played with Ben in the beginning of your career and then also at the end. Yeah. There have been lots of people that criticize him and question him for his leadership. Right. How did you think he was as a leader?
Ben?
Yeah.
I think he's a great leader. I think people just, judge off of what they see, not knowing the individual personally, not being in the locker room or not being around him. I've known Ben for, 15 years now. And he's a great person, great leader. You don't have to be a mouthy kind of guy to lead. A lot of people lead in different ways, by action, by the way they perform, hard work, and different things of that nature. He's a great leader. If he wasn't a great leader, then he wouldn't have not won 2 Super Bowls. So I think he's a great leader. What about Antonio Brown? You played with him in 2012. There's been stories that have come out that maybe he's selfish. Right. Did you see? What's the smile? What's the smile with you? Us receivers, we can be a little, I don't know, brash or whatever you want to call it. We all kind of get this, this stigma or whatever, maybe this stereotype that we're selfish. I don't think Antonio's selfish. I had the opportunity to play with him in 2012 and 2013 back in Pittsburgh, and he's the hardest working man I've ever been around in my life. Really? Ever. And give me an example. We would get to practice, and he would be running so fast and working so hard, and I'm like, AB, man, listen, it's just Wednesday. You need to slow down and relax. And he's like, there's nothing like dominating another grown man. I'm like, all right, well, keep going. Just practice. It's only Wednesday. If you want to dominate on Wednesday, keep going. At this point, just knowing how a locker room works, do you think they have to trade him? I don't know. But for Mr. Rooney to come out and say that Antonio would not be in training camp this summer, knowing the Steelers organization and knowing the gold standard that they set, that kind of bothered me a little bit because I've never heard Mr. Rooney come out and say something like that, especially about a caliber player like Antonio Brown. So it has to be something behind it. I would like to see him finish his career in Pittsburgh. but you just never know. That the business part of it gets tricky sometimes.
Maybe a fresh start, though, could be good for him, too.
I think everybody needs a fresh start. You know, I think that relationship between Antonio and the organization may have ran its course. I'm not in the locker room, but I do speak to Antonio often. I'm not going to just, you know, give you the whole juicy
You're not going to tell me
story.
your text. We can take your phone right now and text him if you want.
I'll text
Or we can FaceTime
If I
him.
FaceTime, he'll probably answer.
Do it.
You want to see?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if he's around. He's in Miami.
Oh, there he is. Hi, Antonio. I'm Kristine. We've met before, Antonio. We were just discussing what's going to happen with you, but your friend isn't giving us any of your dirt, don't worry.
Negative.
Toxic.
But hey, you know what he did say?
Hey, what you got going on over there, man?
Yeah, you see me?
He did, wait, what? Yeah.
Nice, man.
No, but he did say you're the hardest working man in the entire NFL. He did say that.
That's what we do.
And that you would probably be doing sit-ups right now.
Big flex.
That was good.
Yeah.
So maybe you'll find out where he's going to go in a little bit. And
I
then...
already know all the juice. I just can't give it.
Oh, you know where he's going to go?
I just can't give it.
Can I just like say it and you'll blink once?
No.
No. Okay. That's, you know what? I appreciate that. That's some loyalty to your friend.
Right.
Okay, that was good. We'll just FaceTime him in the commercial. No big deal. Coming up, plenty more with Plaxico Burress.